Yo, yo, welcome to Trippy Commentaries and our hunt for the Jetpack here in Grand Theft Auto 5. Today we are on the search for Omega, and more importantly, the Full Moon Party. I'm RJ. K-Mac.
Yo, yo.
I know you've been doing some research on the Full Moon Party. You think that you might have some ideas to where we can find Omega, who we think might still have something, perhaps a flux capacitor that could make the space docker a hell of a lot more useful.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I've always had a location over here, kind of by the airport, kind of where we're at right now. And
not too far away.
Pretty close to the WOW signal. And it's kind of suspicious because it's a road and it goes up and it just curves around. And there's like a rock in the middle. There's like a building out there and an RV just parked there, and it's just always chilling there. Like, what purpose is this serving in the game? So maybe this is the location. Everyone pulls up there or something and parties around, around this rock maybe.
All right, well, we'll check that out first. I think we, of course, have to go to the Sandy Shores UFO location. This is also based on a real world. Most of the places in this game are based on locations, especially locations in Cali. And if there is a place that holds the Full Moon Party, this might be the best possible guess. Now, there is one guy who walks away with a cell phone who talks about the Full Moon Party. Perhaps, I mean, he's talking about the Full Moon Party being somewhere, but doesn't actually let us know where, of course it is. Now, he spawns here, so is the Full Moon Party where he already is? It doesn't seem to be the case. It seems like
it's not very happening of a party.
Yeah, these guys aren't really part of a Full Moon Party. Now, we should announce that there is a full moon right now, so it is in effect.
Go over
after 3.
Go over to the little campfire area over here.
Let's check them out.
It looked like it's kind of lot less people there.
I think we might have scared a couple with my landing there, but there is 2 people. They're certainly pretty chilled out. They don't seem to be praising the moon here.
Maybe they're just not down with that, Maybe other people are. Maybe these guys are just hanging around.
I think the most likely thing here, FPS Kyle, is that this is just not the right location for the Full Moon Party itself. Right. I think we are onto something. I mean, it just looks like something's up here. This moon has a very ominous look to it, and this is the very first GTA game where there is moon cycles, and it takes a while to get to that perfect full moon. It is up there right now, and it's extremely bright, and we all know there's a UFO flying over us right now, but looks to me, K-Mac, as if this area here we can officially say is not home to the Full Moon Party.
Nope.
Now, you, as you said, have a pretty good idea of an area that might have it.
Yeah, it's close by here, and like I said, it's close enough to where these people might drive over there or walk over there. That's pretty much right over the ridge, and it's just kind of we'll see when we get to it, but it definitely looks a little suspicious. Like it could be like that perfect spot for people to pull up and have a little party.
Yeah, we should point out that this red arrow on top of this pillar does point exactly to the area that you're speaking of.
Wow.
I gotta say, I've never seen too many people in that area. I've always thought it was suspicious myself. Let's go ahead and check it out, and hopefully we can find Omega. He's gotta be somewhere, unless he just left San Andreas altogether. Something seems up here.
Maybe he's abducted.
Yeah. We'll meet you guys over in this pretty interesting area. Hopefully we can find someone having a party. Here you have the mysterious satellite that faces in a different direction than the other satellites here in the array. And where does this satellite point towards?
Points towards a pretty interesting location here. What do we have here, RJ?
Now, this is the area that you considered a possibility for the Full Moon Party once again.
Yep.
The full moon is up behind the clouds at this point.
It's all in a line right now, which is pretty interesting. I mean, this thing's kind of pointing towards it. You have the satellite, and then there's the full moon. in the background there. You got a little house. You got got an RV already pulled up here.
Once again, it doesn't look like much of a party. You'd have to think that if it is a full moon party, it's going to be a little bit bigger than this.
Yeah.
But I will say, we did drive by it not too long ago. In fact, a couple times, and I noticed a lot more RVs here. We thought that perhaps maybe if we came over here, there'd be a bunch of RVs symbolizing some sort of a party. Doesn't seem to be the case. Now, Kyle, as I said, you've been researching the full moon party.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about it? So that way we know what to look for here in San Andreas.
Well, it's interesting you say that because there was actually a real life full moon party that was created actually in 1985 in Thailand. And it's just pretty much anytime there's a full moon, they have a crazy party out there. They play like a lot of techno music, reggae, house music, dubstep, all that stuff. And a bunch of people go out there, they party their asses off, probably do a lot of drugs, like act all crazy. And it's like a big, just like spiritual thing. Now,
wow,
you're showing on the, right now you're flying over another location that could have possibly been an area for people to come up and park, have a little party. But
once again, nobody's here partying. I mean, it's a full moon. If there's going to be a full moon party, then tonight's the night, and
yeah, and I think that is just the actual. There's a little park there. I think this is just parking for the park for all these big rock structures that are right here next. So there's actually a little sign down there.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting. I mean, it was just kind of weird that other location we were at. It looked like, what else would that be there for? So.
I gotta say, there's also a rumor going on right now that there is a secret entrance into a rock that leads into a room where you supposedly unlock the jetpack. This is just a rumor with no visual evidence. That's usually a code blue that it's not true. But there is a lot of odd rocks around here, so if it is true, it would certainly work. That's for sure.
Yeah. Now going back to the real full moon party, it was actually on a beach, on an island in Thailand, and it kind of looks interesting because I know if you get on your computer, get on Google, and just Google image search full moon party, and there's kind of like a little inlet where this happens at, and I swear we've seen some locations on this map that kind of look similar to it. So maybe this full moon party is actually on the beach somewhere. In one of the coves, maybe up in the northern part of the island.
Now, you did show me that picture, and there's definitely an area I think looks exactly like it. And the funny thing is, it's a common area where there's people always out having a good time. You could see dirt bikes, they have tents up and all kinds of stuff. So let's go ahead and check it out. It is getting a little bit late for the party. I'm sure the party's still rocking, but let's go ahead and, reset our time here so that way we come right at 3 o'clock, which seems to be the hour of mystery here in GTA 5.
I mean, it's supposed to be a whole party, like all night long. It doesn't stop until the sun comes up, till the moon goes down. So, speaking of going down,
we'll go ahead and get back in the cargobob and meet you guys at this new area. Here we are at the northernmost point of San Andreas. In fact, I'll show you guys on the map as it's a pretty interesting area. There's a picture inside the prison that shows off this same exact area, as well as it also can be found in a couple other locations. So
it's interesting.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be a clue towards the Infinite 8 killer, but maybe people are overlooking the fact that it could be a clue towards the full moon party.
Could be.
Now, normally there are some people partying in this area, so it looks like perhaps we are too early. What do you think?
Well, it's 12 o'clock right now, so maybe the party doesn't start till 3 a.m. Now, if RJ, if you want to turn the camera looking behind you,
all right.
This really kind of looks similar to the actual full moon party. Now, there's not a gap in between the two, so if that was just connected, and there was no little, cut-through area there, then it would almost kind of look like the exact area. And they got tents
Still pretty
out here.
close.
They got tents out here. They got fires going. I mean, this should be a party right now. There's a cooler just sitting over there.
Mm-hmm.
And beer's getting wasted.
Yeah, of course, it is a full moon. It looks like the moon is hidden by Mount Chiliad. Interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Convenient.
Well, maybe we need to come back at 3 o'clock. See what's going on.
Yeah, let's go ahead and chill. I guess we'll pop open a beer and kick back here for a little bit.
We got a sailboat coming.
Perhaps some people are coming by sea.
Yes.
But I'm sure a lot of you who have been through this area quite a bit, you GTA 5 veterans, of course, especially the Jetpack Hunter veterans, have come through this area and noticed that there is definitely a party, or at least a bunch of people hanging out on the beach. It is a full moon. You can see the moon creeping very ominously over Mount Chiliad. Looks pretty epic.
That is pretty awesome. That's a really good shot of Mount Chiliad right now.
That is pretty awesome. But the truth of the matter is, there's nobody here to celebrate.
Not
this
yet.
Event.
It's not 3 a.m. Maybe that's. Hey, I mean.
But let's give it some time.
Yeah, let's see what happens here.
All right. We'll chill, and we'll see you guys a little bit later on in the night. Well, K-Mac, unfortunately, it's almost 3 o'clock, but nobody is here. I'm telling you, normally people are hanging out at this spot. Maybe it's because everybody's at the full moon party, which clearly isn't here.
Right. I mean, we had way less people over at the WoW signal. There's nobody here at all, so...
That's true. And like we said, there was more RVs normally at that other spot we looked at, but in this case there was like one RV and that's it. No sign of anybody just hanging out. They gotta be somewhere. They must be celebrating the epic full moon that's overhead right now. But as much as this looks like the actual real-life version of the full moon party, which is really cool, I mean, they have neon lights, all kinds of stuff.
It's trippy. It's awesome. It's something we should definitely check out one day.
It definitely might correlate to the lights here of the space docker. We have one more possibility as far as a spot to check out. One of our subscribers, Drew Peacock 69, has let us know that there is a possible full moon party going on closer to Vinewood. In fact, he saw this party going on during a full moon. And as we've seen, it's pretty hard to find people hanging out during this full moon.
Yeah, he said that he was actually picked a hitchhiker up and was taking it to the Alturas camp. And on the way there, he noticed people at night randomly dancing and partying, and there was music, and he didn't realize it, I guess, at the time, and he said it was a full moon. He said he came back to that once he realized that it wasn't a full moon, there was nobody there. So,
really?
This is...
Well,
this is
I guess...
Let's check it out, man.
Yeah, let's go check it out, guys.
See what's going on.
This is the area that Drew Peacock said he had, I guess, saw some random people outside during a full moon doing something, but we're combing the area, and K-Mac, I'm not seeing anything.
I'm not seeing anything either. He said it's pretty much it is off of Mount Vinewood Drive, in between the junctions for Galileo Road and Zancuda Barranca. So I'm guessing that's right where we're at here, right around this this turn point here.
What do
there's
we have
a person
here?
standing there.
Oh,
actually.
wait a minute.
Oh, hold up.
Wait
hold
a
up
minute.
a second.
We have found it. Okay.
What is this?
And it's strange because we've been combing the area, and sure
there was
enough,
not people there earlier.
You get closer to 3 o'clock, and oddly enough, they do show up.
Kind of scaring them off here.
Let's park the space docker here. Hopefully that will be a sign of peace for them. As you can see, some of them are still hanging out. Wow, Kyle, this could be as big of a clue or possibly area that we found yet.
I mean, this is huge. We've been searching for this the whole time, and looks like we might have found an actual party going on when there was a full moon.
Props to you, Drew. We do have some guys celebrating the full moon. There it is, up in the air. Like we said, unfortunately, some people couldn't handle it, and they went running for the hills. some other guys are clearly celebrating something, that's for sure.
Now, what time we got here, RJ?
Well, we are coming up on the witching hour, the infamous 3 o'clock, the same time that a couple different things happen, including an odd light at Fort Zancudo and a UFO showing up in the skies above Mount Chiliad.
And do you think somebody like Omega might show up at this party at 3 o'clock?
That's who we're looking for, that's for sure. Now, it looks like this chick is on her phone.
Taking some selfies?
She's taking pictures of perhaps Mount Chiliad? That's interesting. What the hell? Okay,
might have scared him off.
People apparently noticed my firearm. Here's some other people running for the hills. Definitely let us know what you guys think. Is this the full moon party? Unfortunately, no sign of Omega.
No sign of Omega. Maybe he's just not here tonight. I'd like to come back here, maybe drive up instead of coming with the helicopter and see what happens with that. But
yeah,
I mean, this is a party going on. Now, what I think we need to do for everybody is come back to this location when it's not a full moon, and we'll see if this party's going on.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that off screen as well.
Yeah, we might, might be kind of fooled. This might be a rock star like fooling you, like, this is just a party that goes on all the time. But we didn't notice anybody earlier before 12 o'clock, so this is interesting.
Mad props to you, Drew. This is a great find. There's there's a lot of random parties on the beach, but we were looking for them, and they were nowhere in sight during the full moon.
Yep.
And these guys seem to be partying just fine. And notice how they're in beach-like attire. So perhaps the guys that are supposed to be partying on the beach, this is them. This girl seems to be having a good time. Thank you guys for joining us for this episode. Let us know if you think that this possibly is the full moon party. Definitely the best chance we have so far. I haven't seen anything even remotely close to a party, at least during a full moon. The only other idea I have is maybe go to possibly the Playboy Mansion. Maybe that would be a good place for a party.
I think we should take just a Trippy Comms trip to the Playboy Mansion. Because maybe in real life there's a jetpack there.
Have to do some research.
Exactly, for the channel, of course.
Thank you guys again for joining us. Make sure to stay tuned as we have a lot more to look for here with this jetpack hunt.
We got to find Omega, man.
We might be onto something here, guys. Do we have the full moon party? Let us know what you think. We'll see you in the next episode. And as always, stay trippy, guys.